Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up.
What's up guys, Avxry here bringing the Black Ops 3 Zombies video in GOROD KROVI, and this is actually going to be the top 5 traps in GOROD KROVI. Now before we get into this, I want to say thank you so much for almost 200 likes on our pros and cons video the other day. Let's try to at least get 150 on this video, but anyway, let's get into it. So coming in our number 5 spot, I have the MG42. Now obviously there are 6 traps in GOROD KROVI, but the MG42 seemed like it fit a little bit better than the elevator. So in top 5 spot is going to be MG42, where it basically has a slow fire rate. Now they did update the game a little bit to make it a little bit quicker, because they tried to suit the fire rate back to the era when the MG42 was made, but it was really ineffective when you activated the trap. Now one bad part about this is it only works one way unless you want to use the Flinger Traps on each side, which is going to cost about 3,000 points, and it's just not really beneficial if you're just going to use the MG42. It does have a quick reboot time though, which is pretty good, along with, I guess it does have a good kill speed, but along with the challenge that goes with it, where you need to get 100 kills with the MG42, it's kind of really bad because you're going to be sitting there by yourself if you're in solo, or you're going to have a player cover you, which that won't happen unless you have a friend with you, so you really can't do it in multiplayer either. So that's one downside about this trap, along with it only goes one way. In our number 4 spot, we have the Gigant Flinger Trap, and it does kill zombies fairly quickly, which is pretty good, but you can prone under it and stay there for a bit, but I wouldn't really trust it, because if a mangler comes up, you're basically screwed when you try to get up and after the trap ends. Now it's good when you're running away from zombies, because the switches are placed in 2 very good areas if you're just trying to get away from zombies and, you know, have a little rest period where they can die from it. So they are placed in convenient spots, basically around the corner or just on the side of the tunnel, which is pretty confined in area, so that's pretty good as well. But it does have an insta-death also against special zombies like the manglers, and I really haven't seen the Avxrys fly into it yet, but the manglers do get hit in one try. Now I believe you could crouch through it too. I've never tried, and I will never try that because it just seems very, very dangerous. In our 3rd spot, we have the classic electric traps, which have been in World at War, and it is pretty effective, especially against special zombies like the manglers. Right when they walk through it, it's going to take a second to register, but they end up just exploding. Now, one cool thing about this is it's in 2 locations, the Operation Armory and the Spawn by the department store. Now, I've used this a lot, especially if I need a little breather, or if I just need to, you know, have a few zombies coming from me from one direction. I'll put it on and just wait out there. Now one cool thing about this is you can walk through it with a slight bit of damage. Also, it does distort your vision a little bit and makes you move a little slow, so that's one downside, especially if you're not too sure what's on the other side of the electric trap. So that is why it is in the number 3 spot. Coming up in our number 2 spot, we have the Flinger Trap, which is actually in 3 locations. The first one is the Dragon Command area on top of the steps. Then the other 2 locations are on each side of the hatchery on the 1st floor. Now, I believe they're 1,500 points to use, but it does kill zombies at a slightly decent speed, which is pretty good, because I really do enjoy that it can fling you across the map, or it can fling you into trouble and also out of trouble, depending on where the zombies are spawning on. Or if you even have the dragon breathing fire down by the Dragon Command area, you might even get flung into the fire, and when you land, it does give you a little bit of damage, which isn't good, which where a PhD flopper would come in handy. But it does kill manglers as well. They don't go flying, but they do just die when they get hit by it. So that is one really good thing about it. Now I like how it's in 3 locations and you can use it in the hatchery. It will help a lot if you have the challenge where you have to survive in the hatchery for 4 rounds. Now I don't know if you can use it during the Easter egg step by the challenges, where you have to just survive in there with all the manglers, but I don't think it would really be that effective. But that is it for the Flinger Trap. Coming in our number 1 spot, we have the Gigant Laser Trap. It's a huge robot, or Gigant, or gigantic robot, whatever you want to call it, that have fallen around the map, but their lasers still work from their eyes. So you can purchase it for 1,500 points, and they are located by the supply depot and the tank factory. One cool trick about this is you can stand in the laser and be invincible. Now also, if you don't have the Guard of Fafnir, which is the dragon shield, you will die instantly while walking into it, but if you have it out, you could stand in there and take a little break for a second, 30 to 45 seconds, however long the laser lasts for, but also you can just use it and to your advantage to run through it if you're being swarmed by zombies on one side. Now, it does block off 2 directions in the supply depot, so it does give you a little bit of time just to rack up some points from one direction while the laser's on, depending on where you're camping. Now, the tank factory also depends on where you're camping. You can have a pretty good deal of zombies even if you're on a high round, where it's tolerable for you to just relax for a second. Now, it does have a pretty long duration, which is why I put it at the #1 spot, along with the insta-kill and consistency of it working and killing zombies. So that is one reason why it is #1 of the best trap. Also, that you have it in 2 locations, each side of the map, which is really good. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this top 5, definitely drop a like and tell me what other top 5s you would like me to do in the comment section down below. As always, I'm Avxry, and I'm out.